Hey guys, this is Jenny. If you enjoy coming along on this adventure with me just as much as I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, like, comment, interact with me. Let me know how I'm doing. It means the world to me. Thank you very much for hanging out. I'll see you guys this time and enjoy the video. About the last episode, it is played with 62 out of the 78 cards. This is normally a 4-player game where 2 people are on teams, right? So there's 2 teams of 4 people in total. In the card game, there is a little bit of a ranking structure, so we're going to go over that here. With the wands and the swords, again, this would be the clubs and the spades, it's ranked normally where the ace is the lowest and the king is the highest. But with the cups and the coins, the hearts and the diamond, the ranking structure is slightly different. So the king is still the highest. King, queen, knight, and jack. So the court cards remain the same. However, they're ranked as the ace would be the highest. So we would just take the deck. And now we've got the 10 on top, where the 10 is the lowest. Sorry, that pile looks like crap. And we come over here and we do the same thing. We're taking out the court cards, putting them down to the side, and then rearranging the stack so that the 10 is on top. Now, why is this important? Because we're going to take out the 4 lowest cards of each suit. So we come over to the wands and we're going to take out the ace, the 2, the 3, and the 4. And we're going to put those off because we don't need them. Same thing with the swords, the ace, the 2, the 3, and the 4. Put them off to the side because we don't need them. Now we come to the cups, and we're going to be taking out the 10, the 9, the 8, and the 7. Put those off to the side, and 10, 9, 8, 7 off to the side with the coins. All right. Now, that covers the pip cards and the court cards. So we're going to put those off to the side because we are done talking about those for right now. With the trump cards, as we can see here, we've got the Fool on top. The Fool is played a little bit differently, and I'll talk about that in a second. But here, the 2 top ranking cards, believe it or not, is the Magician and the World card. It used to be the Judgment card back in the day, but that got changed to the World card for the more current edition. The point structure is fairly simple. The Fool, the Magician, and the World card are worth 5 points. So is every king in every other suit. The queens are worth 4 points, the knights are worth 3, and the pages are worth 2 points. Every other card, including the remaining trump cards, are worth 1 point. So now we got to that. Let's talk about the Fool for a little bit. The Fool is used as an excuse card. So the Fool is only played when you don't want to throw out any other cards. But how is the game actually played? It's played very similar to spades. So if you don't know spades, you're going to get a little bit of a education pretty quick. So now that we've got all of the cards together, we're going to shuffle the deck really quick, try to get a decent shuffle. All right, so there we go. Now, from here, we will deal 15 cards to each player, okay? 15, 15, 15, and then, of course, the dealer 15. Now, you can deal any different way, 1 to each person until all the cards are dealed out, or just straight off the top. So, 1, 2, So the dealer should be left with 2 cards. Now this is really important because these 2 cards, the dealer has the chance to win back. That's correct. So even though the dealer has 2 cards left over, they don't technically keep the cards. What they do is they look in their deck and they look to see which cards they would like to put off to the side. So let's say I choose this card and I choose this card, right? I put these off to the side and I can take these 2 cards if I want. Now, these 2 cards get put off to the side, and so I'll put it in a position that you can see it. And if I win a trick, or in spades, it's called a book. If I win a trick, I can actually keep these 2 cards and put them into my stash of tricks for points, okay? But for right now, we're going to leave these off to the side right here. So now we go to the actual gameplay. To the right, they would go in and they would select a card. Let's say they selected the 9 of Swords, okay? That means that now, I'll put this more in the middle. There we go. That now this person over here has to follow suit and play a sword. All right, just like in spades, if somebody throws down a heart, you got to put down a heart as well. And it's got to be a heart that is higher than, or in this case, a sword that is higher than the number 9. But this person here, they put down a 6. So now this person is still right now winning the round. So now this person over here has to throw down, again, they got to throw down a sword. So they throw down the King of Swords. I don't have a sword. So I can throw down, at that point, I can either throw down a card of a different suit as a throwaway, or I can throw down a trump card. So in this case, I can throw down a trump card. Now, what that means is I did not have a sword, so there was no way I was going to be able to follow suit. So I throw down a trump card. The trump card automatically wins the round. So I would be able to keep all of these cards. This would be called winning a trick. I could keep all of these and put them into my pile. If I did not throw down the trump card and I threw down another sword, if I threw down another sword, I would not have won the round. This person would have won the round because they threw down the King of Swords. But since I threw down the Justice card, I get to keep these cards and put them, I win this trick and I get to put them into my points pile. Because I, being the dealer, won the trick, or in spades, they would call it a book. Because I won this, I get to now keep, remember these 2 cards that we put off to the side? I get to now keep these 2 cards and put them in my pile. If I had not won any books, those 2 cards would have been put into the discard pile. Nobody would get those cards. Now we're going to continue. I won, so I would be the person to make the next suit. And I want to play the Ace of Coins. So now this person would have to also play coins. And then this person would need to play coins. And then this person would have to play coins. But this person doesn't have coins. So they put down a trump card and they win that trick. Now, this person gets to play first. I'm just putting all of the cards so this person gets to play first. And they throw down the 3 of Cups. I'm going to go as the dealer. I'm just going to skip my thing for a second. And I'm going to go to the next person who's also going to play the cups. And this person who doesn't have any cups, so they're just going to play the 4 of coins. So automatically, this person here would win. So what I would do then, if I don't want to waste any of my cards on a silly hand that I would think is a silly hand, I could throw down the Fool. This is where the gameplay of the Fool gets a little tricky, because yes, it is a trump card, but I cannot use this trump card to win a trick or a book. I would not win this. So who would actually win this would be, I'm sorry, not the 6, the 3, because the 3 is the highest of all of these, because the cups are ranked differently. So this person would win the trick. I, who played the Fool card, would keep the Fool card, and this person would collect the rest of the cards for the book. So I get to keep this. Whoever plays the Fool gets to keep the Fool. Now, if the other team, the opposing team wins, once the card game is done, if the opposing team wins and I do not win, they can, I can request, we can switch out cards. They would then keep the Fool card. But if my team wins, I would still keep the Fool card and count it towards my points with the rest of my tricks. And naturally speaking, if somebody comes out with a trump card, I'm just going to come out with my highest card, and somebody pulls out a trump card, now everybody has to play a trump card unless you don't have one, and then you would toss that away. You would use a throwaway card. So if you start with a trump card, everybody has to play a trump card. In this case, I would be the winner because it's the highest trump card. And that is the very brief way on how to play Tarocchi. There are various other ways of playing the Tarocc games. Spades is the closest that I know to play these games without trump cards. So it is played a little differently in that regard. But like I said, this is the closest card game that I know to this is Spades, to make it easier to play. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions, leave it in the comment section. Thank you for hanging out with me, and have a great day.